Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. So today is another Top 2 Tuesday. I'm going to be talking about my top 2 favorite powder foundations. This category for powder foundation, I only have 3 that I love. 1 is drugstore and 2 are higher end. If you guys have any drugstore powder foundations that you absolutely love and that I need to try, let me know in the comments below because I would love to try them. I just don't know of any actual powder foundations from the drugstore except for the one that I do have and love. I know that the drugstore has a lot of great options for like setting powders, which I already did a video on, like just like powder that you use to set your makeup, but I'm talking about powder foundations that actually give you coverage, like that you put on either over your foundation for a little bit of extra coverage, or powder foundations that have enough coverage to where you can wear them on their own. I don't know of any that the drugstore has besides the one that I do have. So let me know down below what your favorites are and I will definitely pick them up and try them out, and maybe like down the road after I've tested them out for a while, if I really fall in love with one, I'll add in my top 2 drugstore powder foundations. But for now, this is just going to be high-end powder foundations because these are my absolute favorite. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if you'd like to see what my top 2 favorite higher-end powder foundations are, then just keep watching. So my first favorite powder foundation is this, and you can't even see the writing on it. It is worn completely off because I've used this so much, so I'll just flip it around to the back. This is the It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination, and I have mine in the shade Fair. And they have 2 versions of this. They have just the regular Celebration Foundation, and then they have the Celebration Foundation Illumination. And that's the one that I have because I have dry skin. So this one just has like a little bit more of like a luminosity finish to it. So it doesn't necessarily make you look dewy, but it just sits better on dry skin so that it doesn't like cling to your dry patches or anything. And this one definitely does not do that. I have super dry skin and this powder is amazing. You can see I've kind of hit hard pan on part of it. I love this powder so much. I use it all the time. And I love using this to add extra coverage to my outer cheeks right here because I do have some acne scarring that, does show through. Some days I'll wear this on its own when I'm going for a more natural day, but most of the time I'll put this over a BB cream or a foundation for a little bit extra coverage on the outer skirts of my face. I did do a video on my top setting powders, and I do use those a lot, and I love setting powders. But sometimes I don't even use a setting powder and I will just go for a powder foundation, especially days where I want more coverage. This sets makeup beautifully to where I don't feel like I need to put this on for extra coverage and then turn around and use a setting powder on top of it. Like for my dry skin, I try to use the least amount of powder as possible to get the desired look I'm going for, because I don't want my face looking like too cakey and powdery, and it can emphasize dryness if you're not careful if you use too much powder. So I'll usually go in with one or the other. So if I use this, I won't put a setting powder on top. And if I don't use this, then I will use a setting powder. This is amazing for dry skin. The regular Celebration Foundation, I had that one as well. I found that I liked this one even better for my dry skin. But if you have like combination to oily skin, you may like the regular Celebration Foundation better than this one. But this one, I just really love this. It doesn't look like powder on the face at all. I'm wearing it today and you can't even tell that I'm wearing powder. It just sets down my makeup really nicely, and it allows me to have just a little bit of extra coverage in the areas where I need it. So I really love this. My second favorite powder foundation is from Laura Gellar. This is the Laura Gellar Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation, and mine is in the shade Porcelain. This is the lightest shade that they have, and this is the perfect shade for me. It may throw you guys off with having the pink in there because I actually have yellow undertones, but the shade darker than this, I believe it's in the shade Fair or Light, I can't remember, but there is a shade a little bit darker than this that has just yellow running through it for people with more yellow undertones. But I swatched it in the store and the yellow running through it made it too dark for me and just too yellowy, so I went with this one with the pink. This is more of a lighter coverage powder foundation. You can build it up to get like, I would say you can build this one up to get about medium coverage, but it definitely is not full coverage no matter how much you put on. The It Cosmetics one has much more coverage than this, but I love using this multiple different ways. I've used this without foundation at all, like just dusting this on my bare skin, and I love it. I've also used it on top of BB cream and foundations, and it looks beautiful. And I also love using this under my eyes. It's a very like finely milled powder, and I don't know if you guys can see, I don't know if my lighting is picking it up, but it has like a luminescence to it. It's definitely not like a highlighter, but it just gives this beautiful radiance to the skin. You can pack this powder on by the pounds and it does not look like powder. I'm also wearing this today. I dusted this all over my face, everywhere, before I put the IT Cosmetics on the outer parts of my face, and then I went back and I put this under my eyes and I dusted it on my nose, my chin, and my forehead, just to kind of like set my makeup down and brighten under my eyes, because I do have a little bit of a tan right now since we're in the middle of summer, and so this shade is perfect for like brightening up the center of my face. And I just really love this. It's really beautiful, and like I said, like you can't even tell that it's powder. It's not detectable on the face at all. I'm not sure how this would do on oily skin as far as keeping like your oils at bay, so that you don't get shiny throughout the day, but I do know for dry skin this is amazing, and I highly recommend it if you're looking for a good powder foundation, especially one that doesn't have like super high coverage. Check this one out for sure. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen me use both of these in my tutorials. I use these all the time. These are in my everyday makeup bag. But yeah, so these are my top 2 favorite powder foundations. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any recommendations for next week's Top 2 Tuesday, then let me know in the comments below. And please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.